Hi everyone, Bernard here with the latest Citizen vlog. It's another little City quiz special. So today we're going to, if you've been to a lot of the games this season, you might be all right on this, even though there's a lot of older players in it as well, because I've just sort of picked out 15 match programs and picked out some faces that you got to name of players, the odd celebrity, the odd manager, etc. Not necessarily of City, so there might be a little one or two funny ones thrown in there for you to get. But please, just for fun, do it in as my other quizzes. Do it in your own time. Obviously, you can pause the vlog and have a think, or whatever. Obviously, or do it to the time that obviously I set within this quiz. Please, if you're new to the channel, please push the subscribe button. That'd be fantastic. Push the bell notifications when you know these little specials and quizzes and City past, City presents are coming out. Very much appreciated. All those any thumbs ups are always appreciated. Right, as I said, I picked like 15 programs, basically the first 15 of the season. I think there might be first 15 out of 17. I had to have a quick scan through to see if there's anything useful in them. So if you've got all the programs, you'll have a good chance of this. So don't go picking the programs out. I'm not going to tell you which program they were in, these images. So anyway, just for fun, just for a bit of fun. Nothing on the cards here. So there's 15 questions, but there's a total of 40 points. There'll be sort of bonus little questions as well, not just about naming the player, but perhaps when he signed for City or things like that. So, right, shall we get going? Right, question one. Got to make sure I don't give too much away and give the name. And make sure there's no wording to tell you who they are. Right, we've got two gentlemen there, haven't we, on that one? Name me the City player. Name me the gentleman with him. Obviously, for a bonus 2 points, from which club did the City player come and in what year did he sign for City? So, name the City player. Who did he come from? What year did he sign? And who's the other gentleman, wonderful gentleman in the picture as well? I think that's an easy one to start off with. You might struggle on where he came from and the year, but, you know, 4 points up for grabs there. 3 for the player and his background. 1 for that wonderful gentleman there. He's on my left. Is he on your right? I'm not sure. Anyway, you know what I mean. I think you can tell the difference, can't you? Right, that's question one. Right, question two. I've got a gentleman here with a camera, quite an old-fashioned camera. Well, it looks like an old-fashioned camera. It's not an really old picture though. Can you tell me which club he came from, what year he signed for City, and who is it? Make sure there's no clues there. So who is it? What year did he sign for City? And what club did he come to City from? Who did he leave City for? Who did he leave them for City? Okay. I think that's another easy one. We know his City stuff. So if you've got none out of 5, that's 3 points up for grabs on that one. So if you've got none out of 7, you're going to be struggling, aren't you? Right, the next one. Again, what year did he sign for City? What club did he come from? And who is he? What's his name? What club did he sign from? And what year did he sign for City? Easy these, aren't they? I bet that's worth 3 points. So I bet you got 10 out of 10 now, haven't you? I would have had 10 out of 10. I'll give you my score at the end, what I would have scored, or, you know, based on the fact if we hadn't been researched this and looked at it. Right, the next one. Oh, this is really an easy one. All I need off this one is the year he came to City and from which club did he join City. But it wasn't as a player. Obviously, we've got my favourite there. One of these artist drawings I've been banging on about this season, about some of them not being so great. So name the man. What year did he join City? And who did he join City from? Wonderful player in his own right as well in the day, obviously. Right, it's an easy one. Right, I've got an image here this is from the Southampton game. The round 4 of the Carabao Cup, so it has a League Cup link to it. On this one, just want the 3 players' names. You don't have to give me any more information. There's 3 City players in the picture celebrating a goal, obviously, at Wembley. Which are the 3 players? Can you name the 3 players? It's funny to say I can get this no problem. If you asked me something from 10 years ago, I'd be struggling to name like 3 players, but I can remember things like this from nearly 45 years ago, basically. So name of the 3 players. This is another one. Again, I'll have to cover this one up because the clue might be in the pictures. What I want on this one, there's 6 points up for grabs. So I want the name of the players, what year they signed for City. There's 2 players on this, and what clubs did they come from. So 6 points up for grabs. So there you go. Look at the player in the background with the City shirt on as well. So we've got player in the foreground, the guy in the background. You see it quite clear there. Great picture of the kit packs in the background. It's always great to see the kit packs in the back there, isn't it? So which 2 City players are featured there? I don't want the other players in the red and white stripe. Just the 2 City players. Which clubs did they join from, and what years did they join City? They were different years. I'll give you half a point for these years if you're a year out either way as well. But I'll confirm that when we're going through the answers. Great image that, isn't it? I'm showing some of the wording there. You might have seen it on the wording. Don't cheat. Don't look at the wording if you've seen it. Right, the next one. Not really a City link, but obviously he's pretty one of our nemesis. It's a manager. So can you tell me the name of this guy? This is from the Vincent Company testimonial program. So that's a clue if you don't know, if you can't think. It's got Vincent. It's not Vincent Company. That's just the program. He's not aging well if it is Vincent. Then again, after his obviously move across to Holland, he perhaps is aging a little bit now. So what's the name of that manager? Obviously had a big significant part in City's history, as we know. It's an interesting one now. I've got a player, a celebrity, and a coach manager. So can you name all 3? Again, I just want all 3. Nothing. I don't want any dates or anything like that. Just can you name the 3 in this picture? Fantastic picture. So name the 3 guys in that picture. Superb stuff. I don't think someone's seen the joke there, have they? So 3 points up for grabs with that one. It's quite a good one, that, isn't it? And the next one, it's an old picture taken from Gary James's thing he's doing in the match programme. Can you name the City keeper? Again, just 1 point, just name of the keeper. You even got a clue there with the date. With the date there that was knocking around. Look at that jumper, eh? Great, we kept nice and warm in those days. No gloves, but nice big thick jumpers. Can you name that keeper? And the next one, this is, I'm giving you this one really, but I do also want what year he joined City and from which team did he join City. But I'll just have to take his number out. Again, I'm back to the artist drawings on this one. So, who's that? Don't get much easier. But who did he join from and what year did he join City? Again, if you're a year out, I'll give you half a point. So 3 points up for grabs. It's an easy one. And this next one, if you get this one, I feel like you should give you 10 points rather than 1, but it's only worth 1 point. It's in memory, this one. It's a gentleman who recently passed away last year, an ex-City player. But if you get the programme, you probably know what it is. If you don't, can you give us a name? Have a guess if you don't know. He was at City for a long time. For the length of time he was at City, he actually didn't play that many games pro-rata to the seasons he was at City for one reason or another. But he was a good squad player. So just for 1 point, name of the player. No longer with us, sadly. Next one, again, we're going back to Mr. Gary James, one of his little things he's done. And again, we're talking, I'll give you a clue, it's a goalkeeper. You probably tell from what he's wearing. Again, just 1 point. You can give me the name of this well-known City goalkeeper. Just make sure I'm not giving you... It's probably giving you some clues there, isn't it, in the words. So name the City goalkeeper. I'm not giving you any clues. It's only 1 point up for grabs. but he was one of the first goalkeepers I saw when I started going to watch City. So if you know anything about me and you've watched any of these, you know when I started going, then it might give you a clue. And I thought I'd throw this one in. There's 3 more left now. I thought I'd throw this one in, just an interesting one. And say I may have known this because I've seen this in the news, but just a lady footballer. She obviously plays for City. So again, 3 points up for grabs. Who did she join City from, and what year did she join City? So obviously this is a lady we're talking about. I don't think there's any word in there to giving a name. I hope not anyway. But anyway, just look at the pictures. Just look at the pictures. Never mind looking at what's written. Just thought I'd throw that in there just to totally throw you. I think I may have got that. I'm not 100% sure I would have done, but I think I may have got that. Right. Question 14, the penultimate one now here. 3 players, and all I want is the names. I don't particularly want when they join City or anything like that. And it's taken from the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg, so obviously relevance to a United game, obviously. But can you name me the 3 players? And all three started at City as well. I don't think they came from anywhere else. They were all played for the youth teams or came through the City ranks. So can you name those 3 players from a very famous picture? You should know that. You must have seen that dozens and dozens of times over the years. And the last one, just a little thing going to the youth. I mean, obviously, I have a passing interest in the youth, but just one of the youth players. Again, 2 points for this one. If you can tell me where he came from as well. It was only a couple of years ago he was transferred to City. But can you name that guy? Not the one, not there. You're not having him. You could, that might be a bonus thing, mightn't it? No, you're not not Alex Williams in the back. This one at the front. Should have done that one, shouldn't I? Should give you an extra couple of points for this one, shouldn't I? But I just want the name and where this young man came from. I thought it was telling you there, and obviously I think it was giving you the answer, but it's only you did the picture. So can you name that young man? That's the last question. If you don't know, have a guess. I'll be honest with you, I might have struggled because I do know the lad, but obviously I'm not familiar or watched him play or what he looks like. All right, you enjoyed that. 15 questions, 40 points up for grabs. I'll let you know what I got at the end. As I said, if you get within a year of some of these dates, if you get within a year, then give yourself half a point because it can be quite hard. Right, so we go on to the first one. It was easy, wasn't it? I mean, obviously, certainly easy to identify, isn't it? We're talking the wonderful Vincent Kompany, the fantastic, no longer with us, sadly, Bernard Halford, the stalwart of Manchester City. What a pairing. And obviously, that's 2 points. So for an extra 2 points, yes, he came from Hamburg in 2008. So if you got Kompany, Halford, Hamburg 2008, give yourself 4 points. Good old Vinny, good old Bernard. Good lads, these Bernards. Anyone called Bernard are, pretty good. On to the next one. You should have known this one. Obviously, the wonderful Mr. Dennis Chewett for a point. Obviously, for 2 extra points, he came to City in 1974 from, of course, Sunderland. Dennis Chewett doing a bit of camera work there. So 3 points if you got all 3 of that, and half a point if you got within a year of 74. So if you said 73 or 75, or obviously with Vincent Kompany, if you said 2009, 2007, just give yourself half a point. And the next one, of course, who can forget this goalkeeper? We have a few goalkeepers today, didn't we? But of course, the wonderful Nicky Weaver. What may have been harder, obviously, he came from Mansfield in 1997. So if you said 96 or 98, give yourself half a point. Nicky Weaver, Mansfield, 1997. Wonderful. If you were there in 99, like me and my lad, enjoying that. And the next one, obviously, we're talking about a manager, aren't we? Who managed City, obviously. We're talking about the wonderful, fantastic, so missed Joe Mercer. He came to City in 1965 from Aston Villa. So he managed Aston Villa before he managed City. Obviously, a great player in his day as well for Arsenal. Famous for his when he played for Arsenal. Question 5. Again, the three guys, so it's just 3 points up for grabs with this one. obviously the three guys. Can you remember that? Peter Barnes, the one with his hands up in the air is Tommy Booth, and obviously on the floor is Mr. Joe Royle. I don't know. If you said the Newcastle players, I mean, all credit to you, but I haven't got a clue. I'd probably might have a think. I might get one of them, but if I thought hard. But I'm only interested in the City players. 1 point each if you got those three. Or if you only got a couple, 2, or if you only got 1-1. And the next one, obviously, we're talking. Obviously, he has a regular column in the program, doesn't he? Of course, Mike Summerby, who came from Swindon in 1965. So he said 64 or 66, half a point. And of course, in the background there, plenty of hair then, Mr. Francis Lee. And he came in 1967, so he came a couple of years later, and he came, of course, from Bolton Wanderers. So if you said 66 or 68, give yourself half a point. So Mike Summerby and Francis Lee. Right, the manager. Yeah, it's quite an easy one, that, wasn't it? Just 1 point up for grabs. Roberto Martinez, obviously, didn't do us any favours in the FA Cup, did he, for Wigan? And obviously, he was the manager of the Premier League All-Star, so Vinny's testimonial. Yes, that's Roberto Martinez. Give yourself a point for that. The next one, this is a fun one, isn't it? The three characters. Yeah, of course. I mean, a great picture, isn't it? I mean, Malcolm Allison looks, I don't know, it looks as though obviously perhaps Eddie Large has done something and he's obviously smelt it or something, I don't know. And obviously Roger Palmer, so you're talking obviously Manchester lad, Wilbraham High School. My mates went to Wilbraham. I went to Parswood when I was a kid, but all my mates ended up going to Wilbraham, and it was around about the same time, I think. So obviously, of course, Eddie Large and of course Malcolm Allison. So give yourself 3 points if you got all three of them. And on to another keeper now from, well, it's 1948, this image, or around about that time. Of course, the wonderful died in the Munich air disaster, obviously very unfortunate. When a journalist, obviously, we're talking the wonderful Frank Swift, so a point for Frank Swift. So I bet some of you said Troutman, didn't you, probably? Frank Swift, wonderful. Great Frank Swift, great goalie. I'll be touching on him in some of my city vlogs past quite soon. I'll enjoy that. And the next one, yeah, this is probably the easiest one of the day, isn't it? I mean, what you're going to struggle is where he came from and what year. Obviously, we're talking the wonderful, his goal against United out of the Neville goal, 1998 from Bristol City. So if you said 97 or 99, give yourself half a point. But obviously, he came from Bristol City, the wonderful Sean Goater, probably one of my lads' favourite players of the time. Obviously, he's got new ones now, but of that era, I mean, the GOAT, he was the GOAT, wasn't he? The GOAT was the GOAT. And this older one, yeah, I mean, I did a little citizen past on this, just a mini thing with when he passed away, sadly. And of course, it was Roy Cheatham, 1939 to 2019. And he played for City between 1956 and 68. I think he played about 156 games, something like 160 games. Obviously passed away last year, very sadly. But that was a hard one. But say it's worth. If you got a chance, please check my. There's a little tribute to Roy Cheatham and Roy Clark at the same time. I did 2 little tributes on one of my City past vlogs, if that's of any interest to you. So give yourself a point for Roy Cheatham. Another point on offer for the next one. Another goalkeeper. I think it's the last goalkeeper. Yeah, the last goalkeeper, of course. He was between him and Ken Mulhern were between the sticks when I was going to my first games. But this is Harry Dowd, who I was told didn't really like football that much. I think he was a tradesman by thing, and he literally didn't. He did it because he got paid for it, but basically he didn't really like football. I'm sure I've read that somewhere. Anyway, that's Harry Dowd. So give yourself a point if you got Harry Dowd was with City between 1961 and 1970, so quite a few years, and for the length of period, you actually didn't play as many games perhaps as he should have done, because other goalkeepers were part of it as well. So on to the lady. Of course, you probably knew this, as I said. I may have guessed this because I know she was awarded, was it an MBE recently? Of course, we're talking the wonderful Jill Scott. But where did she come from? Yeah, she came from Everton in 2013. So give yourself half a point. You said 2012 or 2014. So all 3 points if you got all right. But she came from Everton and joined City in 2013. Wonderful Jill Scott. And the 3 guys, I'm absolutely, if you didn't get this, I mean, I'm sure you have, because even though we're going back in time, aren't we? Obviously, it's a long, long time ago. obviously the 3 players all come through the city ranks, obviously. So, and of course, we're talking Mr. Paul Lake, Andy Hinchcliffe, and Ian Brightwell. Fantastic! That's a great. It's one of my favourite covers of the season. I think I'll do a thing at the end of the season. My favourite 5 City magazines, and obviously for the covers and the content, my favourite content in any of them. So apart from everyone that's got Gary James, that's probably one of my favourites anyway. But give yourself 3 points if you got all of those. And the last one, of course, a young player. I mean, I say it's someone I've read up on recently and learned about, but I didn't really know that much about him. Obviously, it's Jaden Braff from, and he came from, where did he come from? He came from PSV Eindhoven. So I'll give you yourself an extra point. Nothing for Alex Williams. As I said, you're not getting anything for Alex Williams in the background. Jaden Braff. So that's 15 questions. Anyway, you tot them up, see how you did. I tell you now, I mean, I tried to look at it as though I didn't know, as if I hadn't researched the answers or looked in the programs. I mean, I looked at a lot of those images before I just confirmed who they were, obviously. And out of 40, I actually scored 31, which just isn't too bad. I mean, if you get anything over 20, it's really, really good. I thought 31, I could have done a bit better. I've probably not awarded myself a few halves because I would have took a guess at some dates and stuff like that. But if you can beat 31 out of 40, absolutely fantastic. Anyway, that was just a nice little thing, wasn't it? I hope you enjoyed that. Just tell your friends about it. So, if any City fans out there, you can perhaps test them as well. So, like more a visual thing today, not just me gabbing away with my ugly mug on this vlog. But thanks for joining me for that. And as I say, there's loads of vlogs. I'm doing loads of citizen vlogs, and I do also vlogs. If you're interested in movies and board games and posters, please check the playlists. I do vlogs on that. So there's plenty to go at. I'm doing this while this COVID-19 Corona thing is going on. So obviously people are looking for things to watch and do and enjoy. So this is why I'm putting out these little quizzes as well as my normal output with the Citizen Past. I mean, there's obviously I've done a PEP quiz recently. I've also done how to get your City fix. I've done a sort of update on what the podcasts are out there and what YouTubers are out there for you to watch on City, just in case there's any you've not been watching. Just all recommended by me. I'll listen to them all and I'll watch them all. There's obviously a little citizen vlog about whether Liverpool and this virus, whether they deserve the title. That's got one of the biggest, most watch of my City vlogs of recent times. So please check that out if you can. And obviously the history of Manchester City, part 4 is available. I've just literally done part 5, so that may be available now, but keep your eye out for it if it isn't. And obviously I've looked back at City on March 1992, and coming soon there'll be a look back at City in April 2002 with the wonderful Kevin Keegan. We're breaking all sorts of records as well. So please, if you push that bell notification, when these little things are coming out, and try and keep you entertained with all the guys out. And all the podcasts are trying to do a little bit extra. And all the YouTubers and vloggers are trying to do a little bit of something special. This is just my small contribution to that. I hope you enjoyed what we did today. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. You can follow me on Twitter at nostalgia_movie, and I'm on Facebook at Bernard Deneen with links to moviegamenostalgia.com, just my little website for old rare DVDs, posters and board games. If you can go on there for a couple of minutes, have a scout round, it all helps me analytics and me Google footfall and all this stuff. I don't understand it, but I believe it's good. So even if you don't buy anything, just have a look around, see what you think. It'd be very, very much appreciated in these hard times, obviously. For all of us, either work-wise, city-wise, etc., health-wise, but hopefully, as I say, any obviously older people that live near you, just keep an eye, just have a check. I know everyone's saying everyone's got to stay indoors, but just make sure they're all right. Make sure they've got, you've got a couple of extra rolls of toilet paper, or some kitchen towel. Just have a pop round, see how they are. Just think about your neighbours. Don't just zooming off to the supermarket, buying trolleys full of toilet rolls for yourself. Just think about other people. That's all we can do in these sort of circumstances. Anyway, that's you told. Anyway, what are we going to do the rest? Have a great one. Look after yourselves. Look after your friends. Look after your family. Look after everybody. We've got to all stick together, haven't we? And remember, we're all part of the same team. Even look after a United fan. Anyway, thanks for watching this. Hopefully, you can join me again for something very soon. This is Bernard saying thanks for watching. And I'll see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.